Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? All right, what we're going to be talking about right now is what happened in Manhattan. All right, I generally like to leave the New York stuff up to Jason over at the Angry Prepper, but this is something very, very serious, and I don't know if he's covered this yet. Wow. If you live in the New York area, especially in the Manhattan area or its surrounding areas, please keep your head on a swivel, okay? Because it seems like things are just unraveling. Not just in Manhattan, everywhere, all right? There was a homeless guy, and he had, his weapon of choice was a knife, all right? He went on a brutal and unprovoked, totally unprovoked spree in Manhattan Monday morning, leaving two men who took their lives and a woman who's critically injured. All right. Suspect is 51 years old. He has a history of 8 prior arrests, and he is a resident of Bellevue Men's Shelter. He was apprehended, thank the Lord, because of a quick thinking actions of a Good Samaritan cab driver. Now, police recovered 2 of the knives at the scene and believe that the attacks were completely random. Now, the rampage began at like 8:20 in the morning on West 19th Street near 8th Avenue, where he targeted a 36-year-old construction worker, and he got him in the stomach. Despite efforts to save the construction worker, he succumbed to his injuries at Bellevue Hospital. Then the chaos continued 2 hours later on East 30th Street near FDR Drive. There, he got a 68-year-old man who was fishing near the waterfront multiple times. He also tragically lost his life at Bellevue Hospital. Finally, this homeless man struck again at 10:55 a.m. near the United Nations building at East 42nd Street and 1st Avenue. A 36-year-old woman got it in the chest, okay? She was rushed to New York Presbyterian Hospital, where she remains in critical condition, okay? Now, during a Monday afternoon press briefing, Eric Adams condemned, obviously, these attacks as a tragic failure of the city's criminal justice and the mental health systems. The suspect's apprehension was made possible because of a cab driver who witnessed the final attack. The driver followed the assailant, who was covered in red substance, yes, and alerted an NYPD officer, who led to the arrest near East 46th Street and 1st Avenue. Here is the coverage of what happened.
The 3 stabbing incidents that occurred this morning in the 10th, 13th, 17th precincts here in Manhattan. These random attacks left 2 innocent victims dead and another one fighting for her life. I will not be releasing the victims' names at this time. We're still waiting to notify their families. We do have a suspect in custody, and we are not looking for any other perpetrators at this time. Incident number 1 occurs in the confines of the 10th precinct. Today, at 8:22 a.m. in front of 444 West 19th Street. Our victim is a male Hispanic, 36 years old. He's standing in front of a construction site where he is employed, when without warning, he is stabbed in the abdomen. The assault appears to be unprovoked at this time. The perpetrator fled southbound on 9th Avenue. Our victim was removed to Bellevue Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 8:50 in the morning. Witnesses stated that the perpetrator was a male, light-skinned, in his 60s with a beard. He was wearing a gray shirt and a dark-colored ski hat. Witnesses described the knife as a kitchen knife. Approximately 2 hours later, incident number 2 occurs at 10:27 a.m. at 500 East 30th Street and the East River by the Old Water Club. A male, Asian, 68 years old, who was fishing at the time of the attack, was stabbed multiple times throughout the body. A 911 caller rings the bell and police respond to the location. Unfortunately, our victim is removed to Bellevue Hospital, where he's pronounced dead. 30 minutes later, after this incident, our third and final attack occurs at 10:55 a.m. at 42nd Street and 1st Avenue, right by the UN. Our third victim is described as a female black, 36 years old. She is stabbed multiple times throughout her body. She is brought to Cornell Medical Center, where she is currently in critical condition. A short time later, at 46th Street and 1st Avenue, near the Turkish mission to the UN, police at the scene are alerted by a witness that a possible perpetrator who had just committed a robbery was walking in the area. This male was taken into custody by 17 Precinct Patrol. They recovered 2 large kitchen knives that are covered in blood. His clothing is also covered in blood. This person of interest was brought back to the 10th Precinct Station House for processing. He is a male Hispanic, 51 years old. He appears to be undomiciled. He has 8 prior arrests, last being for a grand larceny, October of this year.
Articles show up at? What are your articles? They got this thing out there so that person under the age of 20.
Walk down here and see. Just give me. Detective.
No, don't get back.